start by cutting our 10-inch deco mesh at 20 inches. We're going to be using a self-healing cutting mat and a rotary cutter. I'm going to clean up the edge because it's a little bit messy. I'm going to measure out to 20 inches and I'm going to cut 18 pieces. Now that we cut the mesh, we're going to be adding it into the wreath frame. You could do just regular ruffles or cruffles, but I really like the way that cruffles look. So I'm going to roll it in about 3 times. And you can use a chip clip if you need to. And then you're just going to walk your fingers up the middle. These ones I don't want to be like too neat and perfect, like a little bit looser because it is a football wreath, so, but that's fine, that's what it will look like. So I'm going to take my wreath frame, I'm going to set it on top of the chenille stem, and I'm going to twist it 2 times, pulling it down tight, and I'm going to go ahead and add that into the rest of the wreath. Here's what it looks like with all the mesh added. Get started making our bow. I'm going to be using the Easy Bow Maker. The first ribbon I'm going to use is a red 4-inch ribbon. I'm going to measure out a 7-inch tail. I'm going to pinch it in the middle. I'm going to slip it down between the prongs, and then when I get down to the bottom, I'm going to twist not the side with the tail but the other side, because that's where we're going to make our loop. And I'm going to make this loop at 5.5, so I'm going to put the ribbon down, push down the center part, and then not on the loop side but on the other side I'm going to twist it. And then I'm also going to make another 5.5-inch loop on this side. And then I'm going to cut the tails at 7 inches. Here's what the first ribbon looks like. The next ribbon we're going to use is this 2.5-inch 49ers ribbon. This is a directional print ribbon, so I want to make sure that it's going the right way. So I'm actually going to start on the opposite side. I'm going to make the tail the same length as the 4-inch. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit smaller so I can get between the print on the ribbon. And then, I think I just heard someone honk outside. It scared me. And then I'm going to do a little bit smaller of a loop. So I'm going to go down to about 5. Someone is honking out there. And for this, you can see that it's upside down. All I'm gonna do is twist it. I like to twist it while it's on the bow maker, so it's gonna get tightened down that way. And then everything will be going the right way. Here's what it looks like with the 49ers. You could just leave it like that, but because I'm going to use this as the ribbon tails also, I'm going to go ahead and add more. The next ribbon is a 1.5-inch black. I'm going to make the tail the same length. So I'm going to do 7 inches, and again I'm going to twist it. And this one I'm going to go a little bit smaller again, so about 4.5. Where are you guys watching from? I'm Courtney, owner and designer of Wreath in Hand, and I am in California. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from. What it looks like. I might put these on the bottom. I'm not sure yet. The last ribbon I have is this antique. It's a 7/8 inch. I liked it because it picked up on like the bronziness of the sign. The colors are kind of weird. Like, I don't know if you've ever searched up football colors, but they can kind of range. Like, they might say gold, but then they kind of look bronze. I don't know. I've done a few football wreaths where I'm just like, the colors just are kind of confusing. But I think it's fine. If I don't like it, just take it out. So I'm going to do a 7-inch tail, and then for this one I'm going to go pretty small. I'm going to do a 3-inch loop. One on each side. And then I'm going to make a center loop as well. So I'm just gonna do like 2 fingers width. And then pull out the tail to the length. And then, uh-oh, no wonder, oh my gosh. To get this off the bow maker, I'm gonna squish it down as tight as I can, and then using both hands I'm going to slip it off the bow maker. I'm going to take an extra long zip tie just because this ribbon is really thick, and my smaller ones, so all I did was attach the zip tie. And then you're going to tighten it down. And then before it's tightened down all the way, I'm gonna move that other loop, or that other tail, to the right side. As in the opposite side. That way there's one on each side and it gets tightened down that way. And then before I tighten it all the way, I'm gonna take my Chanel stem. And then I'm going to, oh, I tightened it too much. I'm going to slip my Chanel stem, hopefully. I'm going to slip the Chanel stem through the zip tie. And then once everything's where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the rest of the zip tie. What the bow looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and add it into the wreath. I already pre-figured out where my sign was gonna go. It's gonna go in the middle. So I know I want my bow to be right in the middle. So I'm gonna go between the deco mesh, and I'm gonna use both Chanel stems to go through. This gets stuck on the fibers. So there you can see it's behind there, but I want it to go on the bars. So I'm just gonna slip it up on the bars. And I like to have it up on the higher bars just because I feel like it lifts it more. And then I don't want it too tight or else you'll sink your bow. So I'm just gonna pull it taut. And then give it a look. There you go. Next we're gonna prep our, or actually no, next we're gonna add our ribbon. 6 ties on the top layer. So I'm just gonna use the 49ers ribbon. So I'm gonna cut 6 pieces at 12 inches, and I'm gonna use my ribbon tail board. I have all 6 of my ribbon tails cut. To add them into the wreath, I'm going to fold it in half to find the center point. And then I'm going to pinch it in the middle and then bring the sides together. And then make sure you pay attention to, again, it's directional ribbon. So you want to make sure it's going the right way on the wreath. I'm going to open up the tie and I'm going to set the ribbon right on top of the deco mesh. And I'm done with the tie, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. And then I'm going to snip off the remaining Chanel stem, the pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist off the nub and then twist it over. And that's what it should look like. I might add some on the bottom layer, I just haven't decided yet. The bottom layer, I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces of the 49ers ribbon, again at 12 inches. And then I'm gonna do these 2 colors together. I'm gonna cut 5 pieces of each, and I'm gonna do 12 inches also. So 5 pieces all together. I finished adding all the ribbon. Here's a close-up of it. Now that we have all the ribbon on, we're gonna go ahead and attach our sign. To attach the sign, it already had 2 holes already punched into it, so I just used some gold floral wire, and I'm gonna position it right in the middle, and just like the bow, I'm gonna go between. I'm gonna add some embellishments. I have these bronze berries that I'm gonna add into the top layer, and then I also have these glittered footballs. I think I'm gonna add one here, here, and then here, and then we'll be all done. Here's the wreath all finished. Turn it sideways. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to give me a follow. See you next time.